Oh my God. What? Oh, this is awesome. Hey folks, welcome back to Rubber Under Garage. My name is Sean, as always. Today we are working on our Ruckus project scooter again, getting the speedometer added to this. When I bought it, it had 0 speedometer on it. There was no mount, there was no case, nothing.
That bites.
Inside, I have found the blinker light attachment that is used to mount to the stock Ruckus speedometer, but being that there's no speedometer, there's no blinker assembly either. So we need to trace down the wires and figure out a power wire, running wire for the accessories, and we also need to figure out our blinker light wires and our high beam wire. Once we get that all done, we can start to get plugs put on the speedometer and the wires from the bike. We're gonna have to disassemble the battery box right here and take that off so we can get to the wires. But I wanted to show you what we're using. If you have not seen our speedometer conversion kit video, we have created a custom 3D printed speedometer housing mount. 2-tone, pretty sweet, gonna match the bike. You've got the end cap on there with your hole for your cords to come out. And then we've also created this speedometer mount. And the speedometer mount is gonna fit right here and allow the casing just like that. It'll angle up so you can actually see your speedometer. What a concept.
That's just a straight shooter with upper management written all over them.
Most of these speedometers sit upright and flat, or they sit completely like this, which means you're bending down or you're bending over.
No! God, please, no!
We're gonna solve that problem for you, and it's gonna look
badass.
So we're gonna get this battery box disassembled, and at that point, I'm going to try and figure out where these wires are that we need. Let's do it. Okay, welcome back. We are going to remove this battery box and figure out where our wires are. And we have got our Phillips screwdriver to take care of the battery box removal. We have got our current tester to check the wires, and we've got our key, and we've also got our handy dandy notebook to write down the wires so we don't forget. Because trust me, I would forget 2 seconds later.
It really just goes to show how forgetful I am.
So let's cue the time lapse and get to this.
Pro tip, brother, please, don't be a dumb. Just write it down. Nobody needs a hero. Now, let's time lapse.
We have got all the wiring figured out. The only thing I'm not sure about is the tack, but can't really do much about that right now. We've got our power wire figured out, the blue wire for the right blinker, orange wire for the left blinker, dark blue for the high beam, and white is the low beam. We've got everything that we need to start getting this wired up, so I'm going to create a plug on the speedometer that will allow us to easily disconnect and reconnect it. Why don't we get going on that, and we'll see you in a few.
Pro tip, pay attention to the pro tips.
Oh my God, are you kidding me? What? Oh this is awesome. Somehow preparing the front for the speedometer blinker wires, I somehow fixed all the blinkers from going off at one time. And the only thing I can think of, since I really didn't do anything but pull off the original blinker assembly. And this is what clipped to the side of the speedometer. For whatever reason, disconnecting this took care of the blinker problem. I'm guessing there was a short with one of the wires, but I'm stoked.
I'm so stoked, my dudes.
I'm gonna click on the left blinker, which should be this one. Boom. Flip it over to the right. That one. Boom. Okay, so I know you can't see the back, but the running lights are working. I just noticed that one brake light's not working, but the blinkers on the brake light are working with the double blinkers on the right side as well as on the left side. So super stoked about that. So what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna troubleshoot this brake light issue. Since I've been made aware of it, we might as well just get it out of the way. So let's do that real quick. So anyways, got everything solved, got it all wrapped up. At this point, what we need to do is we need to create a couple little Y harnesses like we did already back in the brake relocation video. And the reason we need to do that is we need to pipe off of the blinker wires and make a new blinker wire that we can come off of and go up to the speedometer. So that's what we're gonna do next. We've got all the lights working, and that's what we need so we can move on from this. If the lights weren't working, we really wouldn't be able to wire this up correctly and understand that it's working. I told you earlier that when all the blinker lights were going off together, I miswired the back, and so that took half an hour of troubleshooting and fixing. So let's just do it the right way. We're gonna add a plug to this, which gives you your blinker wires. It's also going to give us our high beam right here. So we're gonna have a high beam at both our blinker lights. And then we're gonna add one for the power and the ground, as well as the backlight, which is our accessory. Okay, so let's get going on this. We're gonna get crack-a-lackin', you know what I'm talking about. Do the time lapse. On our speedometer, we have wired up our blinkers and our high beam because we have those indicators in there. We wired it up to a plug. So this will allow me to just unplug it from the top of the battery box, and because these wires go all the way down towards the front tire. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna wire another clip like this on to support the power, the ground, as well as the tachometer. Let's get going on that, and then we can get it on the bike and test it. Right now, I just need some power and a ground, and if I can get that, I can plug this in and see if the blinkers work. So that's what we're gonna do. When I see you next, we will be at the bike. All right, guys and gals, just like I promised, I said we'd be back at the scooter ready to go. So let me just fill you in on what I did. I had to run constant power, constant ground, and then I fed into an accessory power. And with that, I created this plug right here. And that's going to plug in to the receptacle that I ran off of the speedometer. And this receptacle takes care of the ground, the power, the accessory power, and RPM. I have also wired up both the left and right blinkers and the high beam to this 3-plug. So really all we need to do is plug these two things in and turn the key on and see what we get. So let's do it right now. Got one plugged in. There we go. We've got some power. Okay, we've got red. Let's check our blinkers. This should be the left, and it's working. This should be the right, and it's working. Let's check our high beam, and it's working.
Sweet.
We should be able to get this all put back together, give it some testaroonies. So let's move forward on that.
Pop quiz.
If you didn't choose anything, you are correct.
What we do is we're going to unplug the speedometer here, and we are going to start getting everything mounted up. We're going to put the mount on. We're going to put the speedometer in, run the cords out the back, get that all mounted up on there. At that point, we can start getting the battery box back on, covered up and looking good, and then get our lights back on. Let's cue the time lapse. Folks, we are back, and before we walk around the bike and really get a good look at it, I wanted to show you what made this possible. We had to have our Chicago Electric soldering kit from where? Harbor Freight, baby. We've got our amazing wire strippers. Love these things. Work like a dream. Harbor Freight. Got our tester. Harbor Freight, baby.
Always Harbor Freight, baby.
The other thing we needed for this was our speedometer. And so I am going to put a link to that speedometer in our description. You can purchase the housing, the mount, and all the hardware, and then buy your speedometer off of Amazon, and you can do this as well. I wanted to ask you guys a question.
I'd like to ask you a few questions.
We have upgraded so many things on this scooter, and what I want to find out is what's the most important upgrade that you think of for your scooter? Like, what do you want more than anything on your scooter? Or what have you done to your scooter that you think is an upgrade that just blows all other upgrades away? On this one, I love the double blinkers, the running lights in the front for the blinkers, speedometer. More so, I just love all of the powder coating. So let us know in the comments. We're going to take a walk around the bike real quick, and I'm going to show you what we did. Okay, a couple things I wanted to address that we didn't cover in this is I didn't really walk you around through the wiring that I had. I explained what I had done, but I didn't show you the wiring only because every bike is different. If your bike has been worked on by other people, most likely you've got some spaghetti mess in there. The other thing that I wanted to do is I wanted to give a shout out to TSS Fab. TSS Fab is the metal shop where we get our mounts cut as well as our rails. They will be sponsoring some of our videos coming up here. I'm excited for that. So we will take a walk around the bike and get a good look at it now. All right, we're gonna take a walk around the bike here. Let's look at this speedometer here. You can see the mount, it's all dialed in. It's looking good. Got everything connected up on the back. We've got corrugated tubing covering the wires, making it look nice and sleek. Let's move around here to the front of the bike and you can see what this looks like. Now, if we come down on the bike here, look at that. Need to straighten it just a little bit. Fires up. Wow, it's red too. So it's searching for the GPS signal. There's our right blinker. There's our left blinker. And there's our high beams. Pretty sweet. The tachometer that was part of the bike, that was an aftermarket part, that actually was not connected up to anything. And we'll figure that out at another time. Now you can see the speedometer. We're obviously unable to give it a test right now. It's like a monsoon outside. So we're gonna wrap up this video. Head to our channel and subscribe if you have not subscribed. If you like the channel, if you like the content, if you liked this video, then give us a like. You have no idea how much those likes help us surface our videos in the YouTube algorithm. I challenge you to comment on what your favorite upgrade is and also turn on your notifications.
Attention, new video released.
And with that, Rev Render out.
As always, thanks for watching. Tune in every Tuesday and Saturday for new videos. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Those likes really help us out with the YouTube algorithm. Until next time, Rev Render out.